Yeah, that's fine.
Take my coat.
Party.
Not long ago, on a night so dark that everyone had to squint a bit, there was a gathering of the world's most brilliant detectives, who, as it happens, were also the world's most devious murderers. They had devised a unique competition where they earned points for solving crimes and points for committing them. Each detective was equipped with 2 murder weapons. Look at the prompt on your device to see the first one you'll draw. But be cautious. As a murderer, you also have a calling card, a letter from your own name that you must include in your drawings. Do your best to hide the letter as part of the image, like so. If your calling card is too obvious, your fellow detectives may spot it and trace the weapon back to you. Draw 2 weapons and hide your calling card now. By the way, if you've played before, you can turn off tutorials in the settings menu. I promise not to take it personally.
Excellent.
If you're still on your first weapon, it's about time to move on to your second.
There you are.
Each detective had brought a loyal accomplice disguised as a party guest. Use your device to give your guest a name. Any clever moniker will do, but don't leave any clues to your own identity.
Perfect.
and not a moment too soon.
Everyone, your attention please. Please welcome our honorees for the evening, the world's greatest detectives.
Poor thing, he's got no idea what you're up to.
I'm your host, Lord Tippett. Don't let the monocle fool you. I have perfect vision. Oh, you brought gifts. You can set them down anywhere.
Looks like one of your drawings is out in the open, just as well. These gifts represent every type of weapon you'll see this evening, and no detective draws the same weapon twice.
Oh, and allow me to welcome your esteemed guests. Wonderful. Now, let's just... Egad! First the ventriloquist cancels, and now the power's out. At least with you all around, we can be sure there won't be any foul play.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure. Now's your chance to strike. Choose a guest to murder on your device. Then guess which detective brought them to the ball. Use your knowledge of what your fellow detectives may have written, or simply take a stab in the dark. If you're the first to figure out who brought a guest, your murder is successful, but your weapon will be left behind as evidence. And get on with it before the lights come back.
Pardon me. Oh, a lord coming through. Excuse me. Make way, people. All better now? Saints be praised! 4 of our guests have been murdered.
I'm handing out points to all my successful murderers. And the longer you get away with it, the more you can earn.
Well, at least we have the world's greatest detectives here to solve these crimes. To the detective board! Aha! We've found the murder weapons. Let's start by looking at just 2 of these instruments of death. By examining the bodies, we can tell how many dreadful attempts were made on each guest's life.
And if you brought one of these guests, each of those attempts earns you points.
This is odd. If I didn't know better, I'd say these weapons are the same as some of the gifts you all brought.
What a coincidence.
Unfortunately, we really only have time to solve one of these cases.
That means the other murderer will get away, for now.
Examine the evidence and talk through your theories. Choose the case you have the best chance of solving.
Come now.
On with it.
Move your feet.
Excellent. We have our case. You there. I'm choosing you at random to use my lucky magnifying glass. Use your device to move it over the evidence for a closer look. Now, everyone hurry and vote for who murdered this guest.
Oh, yes. All right. My. Let's see. Don't waste my time.
Whoever has the most votes when time runs out will be convicted. You claim one of your fellow detectives is the killer? Fess up, detective. Are you innocent or guilty of this crime?
They deserved it.
I would take you to the authorities, but that would throw off my seating chart. So, sit there and keep the conversation lively. Great work solving that case. I'm keeping track of who votes for the guilty party and awarding each of you points when you're right, even when the rest of the group gets it wrong. There's one pair of murders left to investigate. How ghastly!
Ghastly and profitable.
All right, activate your brains.
And if you're a murderer, deflect suspicion onto the other case. Your life depends on it, or at least your sterling reputation.
Aha!
Interesting.
Oh, Doddle.
Well then.
Now we're
yes,
having
yes.
fun.
Fascinating. Let's continue.
Here's the magnifying glass. Can I be honest? I trust you the most. I hope you all know who did it because I am totally in the dark here.
Well, we can eliminate one suspect. Their drawing for this weapon is right in front of us.
There. Come now.
Perhaps.
All right.
My. Hurry.
Yes, yes.
Well, what do you have to say for yourself?
Let's clean this up.
Oh, bad luck. Still, if any of you did vote for the actual guilty party, I'll see to it you're rewarded with points at the end of the night.
And as for our escaped murderer, keep lying low and there'll be even more points in your future.
As for the murders we didn't get to, I promise we'll get to it later. Now, someone get the... Oh, barleycorn!
It looks like we're running low on weapons. And guests, draw 2 more weapons using the prompts on your device. You'll be hiding the same letter, but it may look a bit different than before.
Yes.
Fine.
Dandy.
accomplice. Remember, an accomplice that no one tries to murder doesn't do you any good. Give them a name that stands
First
out.
rate.
Nicely done.
Watch this. Why, we have some new arrivals. Please join me in welcoming our new guests. I've got a good feeling about the rest of this party. Oh, fiddlesticks!
Select another guest and try to deduce who brought them. If you're right, the dark deed will be done.
This is all my fault. I knew I should have put no homicides on the invitation. Well, I could use another glass of suckering succotash. Mamma mia! Another pile of bodies? And we haven't yet gotten to the soup course. Let's try to wrap this up before the crudités are served.
Fascinating.
Let's see.
Yes, yes.
Don't waste my time.
On with it.
Let's put the who in whodunit.
I see.
Yes, yes.
Aha!
By the way, you can use the hurry up button to speed up the timer if your fellow detectives are
Interesting.
dragging their feet.
Let's
All right.
continue.
A hung jury? We can't convict anyone without a majority vote. Get it together and vote next time. My party depends on it. And that's that. Story for the grandkids, eh? Not mine. Someone's, but not mine. Now why don't we get... Oh, ruddy hell!
What do we think of the name Lord Tippett? I wanted something silly, but still short enough for the closed captions. Perhaps next time I'll write him out entirely.
And I'm sure this time nothing will... Great Caesar's ghost! Mondays, am I right? I've got a brilliant theory about the one on the right, but I'll let you all handle it.
Fascinating.
Let's see.
I'll clean this up.
Perhaps.
Let's see.
Come now.
Let's see.
Yes, yes.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Yes, yes.
Let's see. Let's see.
On with it.
This was one of my guests. I thought tonight we might finally get to know each other. I don't trust myself with the magnifying glass right now. How about you? Thoughts, feelings, hunches?
I see. Fascinating.
I've got it. All right.
Interesting.
All right.
Perhaps. I see.
word.
Let's continue.
Come now.
A hung jury? And I thought no crime could stump the world's greatest detectives. If we're going to catch the murderer, we'll need a majority vote. Now, all of you... Midnight? We've still got a ton of unsolved murders, and I am not going back to prison. Look, just take a guess at all of the remaining cases. I'll give you points if you're right, even if the group votes the other way.
And I'll give murderers extra points for every detective they fool into voting for someone else.
Time is running out. Please hurry.
Fascinating. Yes, yes.
Let's see. Good Donald.
Bravo.
Interesting. On with it.
Shake a leg.
Yes, yes.
Didn't see that coming. Next.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Move your feet.
Interesting. Fascinating. Let's continue. I think, therefore, I kill.
Oh, what a surprise. Okay, next.
Let's see. Don't waste my time.
Perhaps.
All right.
On with it.
Oh, yes. We're waiting.
Charming.
I see.
Well then. Come now.
My.
All right.
Good Donald.
Yes, yes.
Quite clever.
Interesting.
My word. We're
Let's
waiting.
All right.
On with it.
That one was gruesome.
Perhaps.
Yes, yes.
Let's continue.
My. Hurry.
Excellent work, detectives. On average, anyway. As promised, I've been keeping track of who the best detective is. Let's see who gets the prize.
well and good, but let's see who the best murderer is. And what about the most popular accomplices? And our overall winner is...
Congratulations! Toodaloo, I hate to watch you leave, but I must be sure that you're gone.
The room code is MHWY.
3, 2, 1.
You have traveled to this sacred mountaintop, seeking answers from the all-knowing wheel of enormous proportions. You may now ask the wheel any one question that torments your very soul. Should you be chosen, your longing for truth will be satisfied, and your life forever changed. And with that, the wheel of enormous proportions awaits. You expected a buttoned-up host, but boy oh boy does this wheel have some sass. You're gonna take turns spinning me, and you get points if I land on your slice. Earn 20,000 points, and you'll be able to spin the winner wheel. But not just anyone can spin me. You have to prove yourself first! You have the chance to win points thanks to these 2 slices. But your odds are better when you have more. You have traveled to this sacred mountaintop, seeking answers from the all-knowing wheel of enormous proportions. You may now ask the wheel any one question that torments your very soul. Should you be chosen, your longing for truth will be satisfied, and your life forever changed. There's no shame if you're drawing a blank here. Wonderful. The great wheel awaits you now. It's me, an absolutely enormous wheel. What I lack in corners, I make up for in wisdom. You're gonna take turns spinning me. And you get points if I land on your slice. Earn 20,000 points, and you'll be able to spin the winner wheel. But not just anyone can spin me. You have to prove yourself first. You have the chance to win points with these two slices. But your odds increase when you have more of them. So let's earn some by doing a little trivia, starting right now. I'm in the mood for question 1. Which foods were available on the first-class luncheon menu of the Titanic just hours before it sank on April 14th, 1912? Just tap on the ones that fit the prompt. Remember, it's first class, so rich person food. That's all. But what was yes and what was no? All right, let's see how you did. No way! It's the gruesome twosome. Your scores are nasty. Have a slice. And what about you who did so perfect it kills me? A second slice, yes. Question 2 kind of sneaks up on you, right? To be or not to be, that is the question, whether 'tis something. You know, I do know it, but when you're an immortal fount of wisdom and knowledge, you don't really have to prove it. Which actors have portrayed Hamlet on film or TV? What if you tapped all the answers that fit the prompt? I bet it'd feel pretty good. Good night, sweet prince and princesses. May a flight of angels sing thee to thy next prompt. Are you kidding me? But those scores have got my attention. Slices! One just isn't enough. This round wouldn't be complete without a question 3. You'll be typing your answers for this one. Which 6 colors will you find in a bag of milk chocolate M&Ms? M&Ms. They're one of my favorite road trip snacks, just in case that comes up later in the game. There are 6 correct answers. Try to type them all in before time runs out. Freshly cut grass, guacamole, and M&Ms are all this color, weirdly enough. Typing time is running out! This is what you had to type. You did equally good, but I don't really care. You. What amazing thing is this?
Power slice!
It's known as the power slice. It's the thing that allows you to spin me. And since we're already talking about spinning, let's go. So glad you joined me up here with all those slices that can be spun and turned into points. Pick slots on my face to place your slices. Just be careful, you split the points with everyone who shares a slot with you. The slot with the 2 and the X, that one's worth double. Unless everyone shares it, then it won't end up worth so much, am I right? Get those slices down quick or you'll lose them. You're gonna take turns spinning me. And the spinning process begins with you. Swipe the wheel on your device to spin. You can also tap real fast if that's more your thing. Hey, hey! The power slice. It grows in number until you land on one. It's your time to shine. Look at that! Someone is flexing with that score. Next spinner. Oh, I'm so happy. That spin meter above me is filled now, which can only mean it's time for the last spin of the round. Make this one count, last spinner. The mystery of where I land is about to... You get to split the pot. I have the uncontrollable urge to flip over. Oh, looks like I can double as a scoreboard. Isn't that unusual? You need at least 20,000 points to win. So let's get you some more points, okay? Before the questions, I give out 2 slices. For you. I've got a strong desire to give you question 1. Which of these are examples of an interjection? Oh, okay. I guess this is a question. Start tapping like a group of determined woodpeckers. Done. Here's what I was looking for. How can that be? You're welcome. Another slice. Question 2, incoming. This question favors fast fingers. Which element makes up a larger percentage of the human body? Your precious human bodies. Tap as many correct answers as you can before time runs out. If you can't decide which one to pick, go with the one with more letters. That works like 50% of the time. I bet your fingers hurt from tapping. Just push through the pain. And we're done here. Impossible! Bam! An extra slice it is. Question 3 is when the power slice comes out to play. I'm gonna give you a series of clues to help you answer this question. Which Eastern European country am I vacationing in after I finally snap off my base? Start guessing. It used to be part of Yugoslavia. It is part of the Balkan Peninsula. It has a long coast along the Adriatic Sea. The capital city is Zagreb. A vast number of citizens are Croats. They speak Croatian. You're so close. Croatian. No more clues. Hurry up. You know what they say. You haven't really had savoptrasy until you've had savoptrasy in Croatia. The fastest meeples win the most. It must be you. Power slice incoming.
Power slice.
Now climb the mountain and let's spin. So glad you can join me up here with all those slices you have. Here's a hot tip. You can tap a slot more than once to add a multiplier. Give it a shot if you're feeling frisky. The first spinner in this round? Well, that's you, silly. Okay, you get points to help you win the game. It's time to make your move. I'm ready for a new spinner. Ramalama ding dong! You ready, new spinner? What do you know about that? You're up. This is gonna be good. I just know it. Hey, that's something. With those points, you get to spin the winner wheel. If you can spin and land on one of your slices, then you win. But if you land on one of the skulls, we're not done yet. This could be the very last spin of the game. Grinding to a halt. And with that, I now provide an answer to your most soul-searching question. Spin me! You've come all this way to answer this question! And so it was. The answer shines bright like a ray of hope. You know when you look up in the sky and there's a rainbow? That's because someone just received a beautiful answer on my mountaintop. Actually, the same is true of devastating hailstorms. I don't know why. Sometimes it's one and sometimes it's the other.